Alright, Fuzz Pie Guy here. I'm going to try to do a little short video here doing some bench testing between the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus and the Atomic Pi. Now, obviously, there's a big difference between the two, but the one test I'm going to do, someone already done on a Raspberry Pi 4, so I'm just going to show the results of that 4, so we kind of get a good idea between the 3B Plus, the 4, and the Atomic Pi. Now, Atomic Pi, you run 64-bit images on it, just like you can with the Raspberry Pi. So, let's get going. As you can see, I'm logged in SSH into my Atomic Pi. I'm logged into the Pi 3B Plus. Now, one of the tests I'm going to do is it's going to find prime numbers. I got a little script, but the person that did it on the Pi 4 didn't run this particular test, but I'm just going to run it for both so we can get an idea what's the difference between the 3B Plus and the Atomic Pi. Then obviously the bench test that I'm going to do on the 3B Plus and the Atomic Pi is the one that another person did on the Pi 4 that we can compare results to. So the first one here is, like I said, it's a prime number. I got a script here that it just finds prime numbers and we'll say see how long it takes and how many. So we'll go ahead and get that started over here. And we'll get it started over here on the Atomic Pi. So now we sit back and we wait. And once it's done, it'll spit out a few results. And we'll compare notes. So as you can see, the Atomic Pi is way in the lead versus the 3B Plus. Now this is the test that I have the results from the Pi 4. So even though I don't have a Pi 4, we can I'm sorry, this isn't the test. The next test is. We can at least see. But at least with this prime number test, we can see the difference between the 3B Plus and the Atomic Pi. If you never used the Atomic Pi, you may want to break down and get one. They're pretty awesome. You can run a fair amount of different OSs on it. Anything basically 64-bit, Kali Linux, Linux Mint, Xubuntu, Ubuntu, Windows 10, and the list goes on. So, as you can see, we are still running on the 3B Plus. Okay, so we found 78,497 primes, and the B Plus did it in a minute and 33 seconds, and the Atomic Pi did it in 34 seconds. So big difference, which we would expect that. Now our next test, we are going to run the following command. So as you can see, here's the command that we're going to be running. We're going to be running 4 threads on each. It's the same command for both. So we'll get started there. We'll get started here. Now this is the test that I'm going to compare notes with. So, alright, so the Atomic Pi is done. I may have to make the font a little bit smaller so we can see it. we may just run this again. As you can see, it's still running on the 3B plus, and here we are going to run it again over here on the Atomic Pi. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Now we can see it on the screen. So anyway, while that's running, let's look at our notes here from the other guy that did the results for the Pi 4. Now, let me blow this up a little bit. Alright, so now we're done on the 3B plus. Okay, so if we look here, I guess there's never a right way to do this. The biggest thing is, I guess we can just worry about how long it took. So the total time is 81 seconds for the 3B plus. Total time for the Pi 4 was 62.8 seconds. So, big difference. So obviously in the right direction. And if we look at these other numbers here, 31, 32, 95, and 31, and if we go over here, as you can see, there's definitely a difference. It's a lot faster, which is expected. So let's go over here to the Atomic Pi. Total time, 10.0 seconds. And 62 seconds with the Pi 4. Big difference, you know. So, we come down and we look here. The other numbers are definitely lower. So, now the total number of events is less for some reason. It's weird that it is. So if we would have to double this to make it make more sense, almost doing 10,000 just like over here, then that would push us almost to 20 seconds because we are at 5,700. But we'd still be way under compared to the Pi 4 here. And the same with this. So, you know, overall, I mean, obviously the way it looks is the Atomic Pi blows away the Pi 4. So, I mean, I still need to get one of them. I have no reason to really go out and get one in a hurry. But I want to definitely get one so I can test it more to the Atomic Pi, just for giggles. But to see which one is decent overall. But as we can tell here, the way it's looking, the Atomic Pi is definitely the beefeater. So hopefully this kind of helps out. If you want the scripts to the prime numbers, it's on my website under the Raspberry Pi tab. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another one.